Imagine a laughter that's so strong that you can't stop. It's not joy, it's not a joke. It's laughter that leaves you gasping for breath, your ribs aching, your body collapsing from exhaustion. And the worst part? It spreads from one person to the next, like wildfire. In 1962, this strange phenomenon gripped a small African nation and baffled the world. Today on FYNDS, Facts You Never Dreamed of Seeing, we're looking at one of the strangest epidemics in modern history, the Tanganyika laughter epidemic. The year was 1962. Tanganyika, newly independent from British colonial rule, was adjusting to life as a free nation. On January 30th, in the village of Kashasha, a boarding school for girls began its day as usual. Lessons, prayers, and routine filled the morning. Then a 15-year-old student started laughing. At first it seemed harmless, but she couldn't stop. Soon her classmates began laughing too, not with her, but seemingly against their will. Within hours, dozens were affected. It wasn't cheerful laughter. It was uncontrollable, exhausting, and strange. The laughter escaped the classroom and spread through the school. Some girls collapsed, gasping for air. Others laughed until they cried, then cried until they laughed again. Teachers tried to restore order, but nothing worked. Parents took their daughters home, but that only made things worse. Within days, the laughter sickness appeared in nearby villages. By the end of the week, nearly 100 people were affected. There was no fever, no rash, no cough, just laughter that could last hours or even days. The school closed, hoping to contain the outbreak. Instead, it spread faster. By February, the epidemic had reached several villages. In some places, half the population was affected. Markets closed, schools shut down, farmers abandoned their fields. Doctors could find no physical cause. Local leaders blamed curses or spirits. Some villages held rituals to drive away the evil. But in some cases, these gatherings only triggered more laughter. So what could have triggered such a bizarre wave of uncontrollable laughter? Experts have been debating it for decades. Theory 1. Mass psychogenic illness. Many researchers think this was a textbook case of mass psychogenic illness, a chain reaction of stress and emotion spreading through a community. The country's recent independence brought both excitement and uncertainty, and for students far from home under strict rules, the pressure may have boiled over in the form of laughter they couldn't stop. But others point out, this theory alone doesn't explain how the outbreak lasted more than a year or spread to so many different villages. Theory 2. Cultural and social pressure. Another idea is that the epidemic reflected deep cultural tension. Traditional village life was suddenly colliding with Western-style schooling, and the shift created anxiety in tightly connected communities. That unease could have sparked symptoms that rippled from person to person. Still, it raises a question. Why laughter, and not another form of stress reaction, became the shared response? By mid-1964, the outbreak stopped. Communities calmed, schools reopened, and daily life returned. No one died, but the impact was real. Work was lost, routines shattered, and entire villages were united by a bizarre, exhausting experience they could never forget. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic remains one of the most unusual medical events ever recorded. It showed that emotions, especially stress, can spread like a disease, turning the human mind into its own worst enemy. A whole region caught in a wave of unstoppable laughter is funny to imagine, until you realize it left people weak, afraid, and desperate for it to end. This was today's strange story from FYNDS. Facts you never dreamed of seeing. Subscribe for more unbelievable, but true, mysteries from around the world. Thank you for watching.